I wanna ride with you. Always something special to remember. Every time we take a journey.
I'm Veronica, Imaginovator and host, and welcome to the Shaboo Prince Artist Studio, where we'll play hard and embark on your new odyssey.
It's an inward journey of discovery using your enlivened sense of wonder. Each episode will offer you surprising experiences for deeper imagination and creativity to occur. This is your safe playground where you will discover and liberate your creative originality. Come on in and let's ride.
I wanna ride with you.
Hiya, I'm Veronica, your Imaginovator and host here in your new odyssey. Yeah, this is a very special half hour crafted just for you. This safe virtual space here in the Shaboo Artist Studio so that you and I can play in this virtual sandbox so that you can feel safe to explore your imagination without judgment. And how many adults get to do that? Yeah, this is good. And so we've talked about the fact that creativity is hard to describe, and yet it's important, it's invisible, but we know we have it. You are creative indeed. It is also one of the most important currencies of the 21st century because things need to be reimagined, re-engineered, innovated. More important than ever, do you need your creativity? So knowing all of that, boy, you get the idea that it's valuable. What you possess is a superpower that is also very valuable. And so, yes, keep coming back here to your new odyssey to expand it, experience it, but also there are things you can do for yourself to support your creativity. We're going to talk this week about the fact that you can set the scene for your creativity, what helps support your creative flow, what might hinder your creative flow. Yeah, all good stuff. And we'll hear from Curly giving us some good ideas this week for setting the scene for creativity.
Hiya, I'm your assistant, Imaginovator Veronica, and I will help you get the most out of your new odyssey, a program unlike anything you've ever seen before. Each episode is a grab bag of various creativity experiences and activities that will get you thinking in new ways and increase your curiosity for your imagination and creative self-expression. All you have to do is sit back, have an open mind, and watch. And I guarantee you will get something good for yourself out of the next half hour.
Yeah, so your superpower is a big deal, and you're going to want to support that in your everyday life. And you can do that by setting the scene for creativity. Now, one thing important to know about creativity are the emotions that can support creativity. And one of the most important emotions to help you stay and be creative is safety. Feeling safe to do so. So it's important to think about that when you're creating your creative space. Do you feel safe to explore your imagination in that space? Is it maybe the sound is down, or is there space just for you to kind of go crazy and play, right? Safety is key for your creativity to flow. And so that's important to know, but it's also important to have everything else in your space that supports it. So for instance, the Shaboo Artist Studio. Everything in the studio supports my creativity. I happen to like color, so I have a lot of color. I have items here that remind me of my personal principles that inspire me. I like to read. I have books with authors that I admire. I like to look at the books and think, wow, so many different ideas, so many different perspectives, how inspiring. And so my space inspires my creativity, keeps it flowing. So take a moment to assess your space. Does it support your creativity? And what are some of the things that you can do? And we'll go over some tips about what you could do to help create a space that supports your creativity. You know, it's really a wonder how cubicles have come into development, right? And if you say the word cubicle, there's almost an emotional clench in a lot of people's hearts. It's not a positive place to be. And it's a wonder that they've been developed. They're monochromatic, they're gray, beige, typical lighting is not very good. And so it's no wonder the productivity level isn't optimum. Imagine the day when we start to replace break rooms with playrooms, what that could do. Yeah, this is valuable. And so you want to support it and let it flow as best you can. And there's lots of tips and tricks that you can do to help you create the scene for your creativity. I wonder what kinds of ideas and suggestions curly-haired girl might have for us.
Quieting the mind helps you hear your creative heart more, but it's hard to turn off the mind. Here are a few helpful tips. Turn on your inner calm, because the mind won't shut off until it feels safe to do so. Watch an episode of your new Odyssey, or you can take 3 deep breaths and exhale slowly. Listen to some relaxing music, or open a window and let your mind wander. Decluttering your space will help too. Get in a positive mood. A quick way to uplift yourself is through play. Know where your favorite toys are. Deeper creativity will naturally happen as a consequence to play, but play for play's sake with no expectations. Choose optimum features such as natural light, high ceilings, and surround yourself with your favorite colors, inspiring decor, and comfy chairs. You will know when you're in your mind if you feel pressure or confusion. Making some of the adjustments I just mentioned will help, because your creative heart requires play and joy, light and space. Here's something that's joyful. Let's play with an introspective question. Let's now awaken your heart with an introspective question. Notice any resistance you may feel, or messages from the mind that may keep you from your deeper knowing. Let your heart respond. Your heart never lies.
So setting the scene for your creativity is important because it helps you access a whole nother aspect of you and more potential. So it's worth doing. And here we are very mindful to create segments that simulate like another kind of safe environment for you to come in immersion and play safely. And one of those segments we call the Imaginovation Station. I think this is a good time for that. And so in the Imaginovation Station, we've created a virtual space that is reminiscent, perhaps, of some of the programs we used to watch as children, and that's why it's designed that way. So have fun just playing in that space. Be mindful of the mind if it starts to censor your experience. Say, what are we doing here? We've got other things to do. This isn't practical. All that's information for you so that you can open this up and start to rely on your creativity and your heart more. And this is an opportunity, again, for you to see other adults, which I think is important, other than myself, being creative, living creative, seeing the world through their creative lens. And so this week we have the honor of having our friend Kim stop by the Imaginovation Station between trains and having a nice conversation with curly-haired girl who's going to ask her some fun, easy, introspective questions. And so a couple of things. I ask you to answer the questions Curly asks of Kim. This is your chance to also be introspective and find out more about yourself as we find out more about Kim. Also, look at Kim. Look at another adult playing in the Imaginovation Station and notice what that looks like. To me, when you have adults playing and when they come and visit the Imaginovation Station, to me they look absolutely beautiful. And it's because their youthful selves are coming out. Their truth is coming out. They are playing with curly-haired little girl. And you get to do that too. So take advantage of swimming in this wonderful, easy, playful space. Be mindful of the mind talk and how it might try to censor the experience. Yeah, that's important. And then let your heart open and answer the questions as truthfully as you can to discover more about you. Let's have fun in the Imaginovation Station.
A like-minded friend is in town. Let's join them for a quick chat at the Imaginovation Station. Here are some juicy snippets from chats we've had with friends waiting for their connecting trains. Hiya, Kim. Thank you for meeting us here at the Imaginovation Station. My friend here is on a new odyssey to discover more imagination and creativity. Tell us, Kim, do you use imagination and creativity in the work that you do?
Definitely. I work as an occupational therapy assistant for 30 years now, and we definitely, incorporate arts and crafts into our, the activities that we provide for our clients. But also we have to kind of like fabricate like the bridge between wherever the client is and complete independence is. So that requires that we get creative, and that could be in so many different ways. It could be changing their environment, it could be creating a tool. So yeah, it's definitely a part of my work right now, and even in all of the other things that I'm interested in and that I work on with regards to my garden or my home. Yeah, I'm always kind of in that mindset a lot.
Creativity really isn't everything, isn't it? Do you think using even more imagination and creativity can help you?
Yes, definitely. I think that that's what we are. Like, I think we are co-creators, and I think that that means that we're, that's one of our biggest purposes here is to create.
Isn't that the truth? Tell us, Kim, how creative are you on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being an imaginator. And can you tell me and my friend here why you rated yourself that way?
I guess I would give myself a 4. It could even be a 5, but I think that I'm kind of, like doing a lot of other things. Like I wish I was spending more time being creative, actually. So I'd have to give myself a 4 realistically. But yeah, it would definitely be because I love any kind of arts, crafts, projects, anything that where I'm creating things. Yeah, it's really fun to me.
That's a very good score, Kim, and I knew you'd rate yourself that way. That's why I brought my friend to meet you. Tell us, do you have a dream? And do you need imagination and creativity to make it happen?
Yeah, of course. I have a lot of dreams. I think like right now, yeah, I would like to create like hydroponics and yeah, like have gardens and yeah.
Adults spend a lot of time worrying about the future. Tell us, Kim, are you excited about your future? And can you tell us why?
Oh yeah, definitely. There are just so many things that I love doing. So for me, I just keep striving to be able to do them because I just think this planet is so beautiful and I love nature and I love to do things. So yeah, I'm always thinking about what I can do next.
Also, many adults work in environments that don't help their creativity. What are some of the features at work you've seen or experienced that you don't think supports creativity?
Yeah, definitely. I think I love being, I was just thinking about this yesterday. I just going from, I just went to a community center, but then when I was walking to my car and it just felt so good, the weather is beautiful out right now. And I was really grateful to be able to just have that sunshine, So yeah, I do much better when I'm not just cooped up in an office for multiple hours a week.
I happen to know you have a beautiful home office. What kinds of things have you put in your home office that inspire you?
I do have over my desk, I do have a lot of inspirational words and phrase, quotes and all that. And it really does help me to just kind of be like a center and just to kind of remind me what's important. And then I also have art, a little bit of art, and yeah, beautiful things, colors. I love a lot of bright colors.
It's beautiful, and when I visit you in your home office, it makes me feel good, even energized. Time flies when you're being creative. Thanks for meeting with us, Kim, and I hope to see you soon.
Definitely. It was nice to be here and I want to come back.
Yeah, so setting the scene for creativity is a big deal, and we'll be talking about that this whole week. Now, one of the things to be aware of is that your imagination is so important, right? We are here to expand your imagination, become uber imaginative. Most folks skim the surface of their imagination. Here we want to go deep. And so be aware that your imagination are the eyes of your heart. They actually create new realities for you. And your perspective is very powerful on your reality. So for instance, there was a day when we believed that the earth was the center of the universe and the sun evolved around or revolved around the earth, right? Well, with a little time and discovery and a little science, that perspective changed. At one point, we felt we were the center of the universe. Wow, that is quite a perspective and a position of power. But then we learned that the sun is the center of the solar system in our universe, and that we evolve around the sun. And that puts us in a different perspective, doesn't it? We are no longer the center. However, we are now a part of something much bigger. So see the power that perspective has on where you feel you are at in that moment. It literally shifts your reality. You are super powerful because you have the power to shape your perspective using your imagination. Another reason why you want to flex that wonderful superpower of yours. And so the next segment will help you play with that. It'll spotlight the power of your perspective. And so be aware of how we shift your perspective. You'll be asked to imagine one perspective, and then you'll be asked to shift that perspective, and notice where you feel your body in placement to the shift in perspective. And the more you allow your imagination to play out that perception, the more you build a reality. You can actually feel that you are in another place, in another world. That is how powerful the imagination is. And when you set your sights on creating a new perspective, your body will follow. Interesting stuff. Let's play in the next segment called Incognito to see the power of your perspective.
Incognito is a fun imagination game. It helps you strengthen your superpower to reveal what others cannot see. First, we will randomly select an image of something that conceals something else. Ah, this one is perfect. A circus tent is typically built to encircle something. Let us imagine that we are outside of the tent, wondering what is inside of the tent. Use this exercise to imaginatively reveal what this object may conceal. I will help turn on your super imagination with a few examples of what may exist on the inside of this circus tent. How tall or wide is the interior space? Could there be objects or animals? What sounds might you hear coming from inside? Do not let your mind judge whatever it is you imagine. Tell your beautiful mind to relax. This space is best explored using your heart. I think you're ready. For the next minute, imagine what's on the inside of this circus tent. Your superpower to imagine and create beyond what others see is getting stronger. Now, let's explore an entirely new possibility using the same image, but changing your perspective. Imagine you are now on the inside of the circus tent, wondering what is on the outside. For the next minute, use this new perspective and your super imagination to create the world that is on the outside of this tent. Dig into your far out imagination to create amazing things. Flex your superpower and have fun. Thank you for lifting the curtain of incognito to reveal your far-seeing superpowers and that life is much bigger and more fascinating when we use our imagination and creativity.
Yeah, you're pretty powerful. Your ability to imagine and create is a big deal. And so you want to support that more. You want to strengthen that more. And you can do that by coming back here every week to your new Odyssey. And you can do that by setting the scene in your own space. So if you want to live a more creative life, then not only do you want to look and assess your work environment, but assess your home environment for whether or not it supports your creativity and what you can do to help it support it more as a creative being. Come back again next week, but don't forget until then to live big and play hard.
For program resources and more, visit shabooprince.com.